Good morning, good morning. Okay, we're going to do the intro real quick again because we still have some feedback. One second.
These. I am off.
Be right back. Hello, Miss Bonnie. Okay, we're trying to figure out why we've got all this stuff. And it seems like it's on mine. See if we've got it. No. Oh, I have to go see this. Hi, Alia. It's been a while. Hold on, get the echo taken care of somehow. Hello.
It's like a 1970s Pontiac reverberation radio system.
Testing, testing. Okay, did that.
Is this too loud?
Something's bothering it. I don't know what it is. Hold on, let me fix this. Is it her?
Yes. Yeah. What'd you do?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can anybody hear me?
Can everybody hear me? Us.
Us, yes. And I got speakers, and let's see if this works. Oh yeah, it's saying, hi Scott, how are you?
Hi. Oh yeah. We are great. I'm refreshed. I came back from Cabo.
Kill me. What? Extraterrestrial sounds. Does that sound better? Is it better now, guys? Can you hear us now? Hey, y'all. Hello, Mr. S. Can you hear us?
Your love got us killing me. Why are we killing
Yes,
me?
but echo. Is it still echoing for you guys? Because it stopped echoing for us.
We're not echoing here. Hi, Gupta.
Hi, Gupta.
Maybe. Should I hold up a ring sign? Still.
An echo. I'm asking.
Oh, question.
That's my question.
Yes.
We're not getting an echo here.
Help.
Yes, we have an echo. Bad echo.
Okay, we're good here.
try something.
Sure, Gupta. Go ahead, put your question in.
Now I can hear that echo.
Yes, yes.
Hold on. Testing. Why do I have an echo? It sounds like it's on my computer.
Julie is frantically troubleshooting. Wow.
Echo chamber. Yes, we're trying to be quiet. I have to be quiet. Try.
Test.
No, it's still trying to figure out what's going on, people, without killing your ears. I mean, it's loud, and I have no idea. Don, are you there? This is weird. It's never happened. I was not here front with a new sound. And I'm going through my audio. Put on commercial for a minute while I work on this.
So when I started on this healing journey about 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable, and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass.
Testing 1, 2, 3. It was the extra mic.
It was my fault.
Usually his mic is off, but it was not off. So it's like,
I
why
just
is
wanted to
it
make
echoing
sure I
on
was
mine?
being heard today.
Yes, obviously. Even when you were moving a piece of paper, that was
crazy. If I breathe, you guys were
It's like,
getting an echo.
wait. Okay, we're on now, guys. Woo!
We're
I'm so
in
excited.
process.
Yep.
So we owe you 12 minutes.
And I forgot to talk to you earlier about air conditioning, so I'll have to talk to you later. Please remind me because I need help. Anybody in this area knows anything about air conditioning?
Julie and I were talking this morning about when other people wash your hair, how good it feels, and you can never do it to yourself. Anybody else ever experienced that? Your head in the bowl, and they send you away with their scrubbing.
They release tension.
Yeah, release tension.
And I'm working on the list. Yes, you're all on there.
Gupta was sort of first one in the door.
Well, first one to ask. Time is an abstract concept. Yes.
But of course it is. Are you being abstract today, Kevin?
Did we ever really have 12 minutes?
Oh,
Oh, this is true. This is true.
touche.
Okay. No more echoes. Thank goodness.
Have you ever gotten your call professionally cleaned? Are you talking about your hair?
What?
She says, Jess is asking, have you ever gotten your call professionally cleaned? I think she means hair. Vision on the next 3 weeks, Debbie and Ray.
And thanks for letting me know that both mics were hot there, Miss Bonnie. Because I looked at his and it's like, why is yours on? Anyway, okay, so I'm going through each one of these. You have to keep up with it. 11:11, make a wish. Oh, that was a few minutes ago. Sorry. A little late on that. I did make a wish and things got better. So
Okay.
that works.
I'll let you pick.
No, you pick. You tell me because I'm busy working here.
Well, Gupta is the first one that I remember asking. There's Gupta, Darian,
Yeah, I got that.
and who else? Somebody wanted a 3-week plan. Vision.
That's Darian.
Darian, 3 weeks. Well, let's play with
Dang
this.
autocorrect. Okay. I don't know what you meant by that, Jess. Oh, scalp.
Scalp.
Instead of call, it was scalp.
Damn autocorrect, yeah.
I know.
I was thinking of call girl. Call.
His mind, I never know where it's going to be. Anyway.
No, I'd love to have my call girl wash my hair too.
Let's not get into that at this time. Anyway, and Gupta says, I'm here. So Gupta wants to go straight to it. Hold on, let me make sure. We know he was like the third one. Remember, Alia was gone for weeks, and she was actually the second person in after Miss Bonnie. So if she wants something first, and then it would be Gupta.
Alia?
Alia, did you have a question today?
She was being very patient with us in the beginning.
Yes, she was. And having to deal with all the echo. Oh, my goodness.
Patience is a virtue.
And she's very virtuous.
Is that extra?
She'll be there with bells
I've
on.
had the same question, Kevin.
Okay.
You keep an extra 100 in your wallet.
Click on. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I would like to know what my spiritual guides suggest.
It's a good
Oh,
question.
I love those kind of questions. Okay. I want you to close your eyes, Alia, and here's what I want you to do. Take a deep breath after you close your eyes and then ask, what would you have me know right now? And see what they come back. Or we can do it for you. Now I'm back. What I'm hearing on you, Ali, is they're saying you've had some lessons to learn. You know what they are. You've had some ups and downs, but you've had some realizations. And I think the number 3 is coming to my head. Like one fed upon the other, sort of like a domino effect. You realize one thing, which took you someplace else, which took you someplace else. And you go, oh my gosh. Yes. Stuff that makes your scalp tingle.
In a positive way.
In a positive way. But now I'm back. But you came back stronger than you left, didn't you? Oh, yeah. Hi, Vladimir. Yeah, I can. You're a tough bird right now. Not that you weren't before, but you've got some clarity you didn't have. I don't know this period. Is it months? I'm going to say it was some months, weeks. And you got hit hard with some openings. But her basic question was, what spirit you guys suggest me to do? Okay. What I'm getting in response to your question is they want you to take it easy and just keep looking forward. Look out the windshield. Don't look back. Your tendency before was to regress, overanalyze, and beat yourself up. But I think some clarity you've had is, wait, this is happening for a reason. You're learning to look at it as a positive rather than, oh my gosh, why me? You've switched got to switch from victim mentality to, shall I say, student mentality. But you've really lit up. You also, part of your realization is you're realizing your value, where I think you probably were beating yourself up a lot. Somebody taught you to do that. But back to your question, they're saying you're improving in many ways, and this is just the beginning. They're saying keep on track with your present realizations, that they're going to even lead you to some further awarenesses. So you're not done yet, kiddo. I think that's terrific. I feel a lot of energy around that.
I'm glad she's very excited about it too.
Yeah, that's cool. That the excitement, which means you're looking ahead and you're embracing it, rather than going, whoa. Think of just how much fun you had and how much more fun you're going to have. It's the next bigger Disneyland.
And they're emphasizing speaking your authenticity. I've got a lot of scratchiness in my throat right now. So speak your truth, speak your authenticity. And they're also asking you to work on your, yeah, it's right there. Your high heart chakra, your thymus chakra, the divine, where the divine unconditional love resides. Higher self and learn.
Isn't that cool when that happens?
Yes.
You go, holy smokes. They didn't teach me this in kindergarten.
and a lot of the, a lot of spirituality, the teachers, metaphysical teachers, they talk about it, but they don't really explain how to connect, because you got some highest self. Oh, okay. You got some highest self connections lately too, didn't you?
Yes.
I am looking at okay.
They're
Adulations.
yeah. When you're yeah, I was getting some pluses from the powers to be, and I'm going, who, me?
The powers that are, not the powers to be.
That's okay, powers that are. Anyway, and I didn't know what to do with them. It takes sometimes, when you're not going to receive anything until you're ready for it. And when they think you're ready for it, that's when I don't want to use the word pummel, but that's when it gets presented. And sometimes it can be eye-opening and breathtaking. You go, what the heck? Because now you got to process in your mind, because you weren't expecting the message that you got. So I had one of those experiences like last night. And Julie fixed me, so we're all good.
Well, I don't know about fix. You just let you realize what you were doing it. No, I have enough to deal with on my own. I know you're doing the things, but I like that. In my deep meditation, I ask questions to my higher self, and it let me see images. That's beautiful. That also works on your clairvoyance, so that's perfect.
But if you're doing that, and you all can do this, just take that quiet moment and ask, just throw it up and ask them what.
I'm pointing to the screen so you can read what's in front of me.
Last time I've asked who I was in Atlantis, and I saw so many scenes incredible. Yes, that's exactly what will happen. Especially in a down moment, when things are confusing, because they're going to talk to you in the moment. They want you to understand something right here, right now, not being ahead, not being behind. But it's very settling, because they'll give you a profound thought, and you can go there instead of look at all this wisdom this morning.
Thanks, Kevin.
Yes, Kevin. That's why we keep you around. But anyway, congratulations to you. You got the process, and everybody else learned from what she's done. Just ask in that moment, what would you have me understand now? What would you have me know right now? What would you have me see? Yep. And you will get a comeback, I promise you.
Wasn't it 83, 84?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you?
Oh, you want to read?
Yeah.
I was going to read the crux of it.
Yeah, just the crux of it.
Pre-show we were talking, and the number 83 came to me about my book. And just to share,
Because it's apropos for everyone. Appropriate.
it started out, I was asking my mother one day about where does the sky end, and she said it doesn't, and that threw me into a loop. And I'm writing about that. And they get talking into childhood, being able to see through a child's eyes. A child is looking so differently at that time of discovery because they don't have any structure to weigh anything against. And I'm trying to think. So if you're going back to childhood issues, I want to read this real quick. Remember to not be resentful of the childhood memories or the adults that you perceive as having tainted them. Every childhood memory you recall is a step in an upward direction emotionally and developmentally. View it all as a process, not an inquisition. And I want to go there, Ali, with you. You're enjoying the experience, and you're looking forward to the next one. So you didn't look at the trouble you were going through as an inquisition. That's where I'm going. So thank God for those inquisitions.
Yeah.
They take you up the next step of the ladder. It's huge. It's amazing. Gives me goosebumps.
And they're bringing more attention to your throat chakra and the connection between your thymus and heart, your throat, thymus, and heart chakras as well, because it's all about communications. It's all about communicating with the love, the unconditional love. What they're saying is be careful what you bring in. The output should be pure and simple, but what you bring in to your throat chakra, allow into your thymus and your heart chakra should be purified before you receive it. That's the message they provided for you today. Ooh, okay. That doesn't come that often.
No,
okay.
This is amazing, Ali. You're lighting the world on fire. I
Yep.
can just feel you. You're getting ready to go.
The cleanse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fabuloso.
Yeah. Yes, you're on the list, Vladimir. So next is Gupta. I don't know how to say Mr. in your language for certain. I know how to do it in Turkish, but
Gupta.
he's a baby.
What was his? Oh, you wanted the general. Earth to Gupta, tuning in Gupta. You know what's funny, sir? I'm hearing their question. They have a question for you, and they're asking, "Why are you so shy?" And I take that as you're not standing up for yourself. There's something about you're afraid to do.
Shadows.
Shadows?
He's being in the shadows. He's staying in the shadows, like
Yeah.
he's not stepping out.
I'm trying to. The isolation, the hesitation. I'm getting isolation, hesitation. I'm getting. They're saying, gather your courage. Morning, Wendy. Gather your courage. They're saying your hesitation is punishing you. I don't like the word punishing, but that's what I'm hearing. You're only punishing yourself by your hesitation. Let's go there. That feels better to me. And
I never got preventing forward movement.
something about your lackluster. I'm not beating you up by saying this, but there's a fear that you have about stepping out and moving forward. And they're saying once you overcome that fear, you'll be unstoppable. Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah, I like that.
But something has taught you to hold back. I don't know whether it's culture, parental,
Grandprint.
but they're saying you don't have to believe it. You've got to undo the program because you're more powerful than you're giving yourself credit for. And I get from you that, if you were let out of the corral, so to speak, you'd run and never look back. But there's something that you're afraid of demolishing. It's either you're wrapped up in what somebody else is going to think if you take action, is what I think I'm getting the strongest. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not, but I know I'm right. I'm always right.
And he gets his information from elsewhere, so
Yeah.
higher people.
Julie tells me all the time I'm right.
Okay.
And so
Okay,
wise.
what else I got? Oh, I'm trying to get rid of all this other energy. Anyway, Gupta, as you've heard us talk to Alya and her experiences recently, it's like you need some of her. Sorry. Yeah. Somebody's smoking. Anyway, her confidence, because she's been through a lot. She knows she's got more to go. But being more bold and stepping out, it really makes, really thinks, really makes a difference in your world and the world of those around you as well. I think I got hesitation from my mother. Was she suppressed? Is
I
she
want to
suppressed
correct
as
him
well?
on that. It's not genetic.
It's not genetic, no.
No,
But her behavior.
that would be, yeah. It's not genetic, and he's adopted it and accepted it.
Yeah,
And
it's not genetic.
I'm also getting, as Julie's talking, if you don't,
Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
Clear.
I see you standing in the doorway of your house. You're looking back into the house to those still inside, and you are telling them, I've got to do this for myself. And that's just a matter of you taking a stand and knowing what's right for you, as opposed to what somebody else thinks is right for you. You just got to, we'll be your cheerleaders, but I see you backing away from the front door as you slowly decide to do this on your own. You're waiting for approval from somebody, and the only approval you're going to get from anybody is your own. Yeah. Love many, trust few, paddle your own canoe kind of thing. And it's a choice.
You say that's a little slower for those who didn't get all that.
Love many, trust few, and paddle your own canoe. But your courage is building. I'm going to give you that. I see it.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to do this, but the programming is deep, and it's going to be okay. You're going to cause some shock waves based on your current situation, but it's okay. They're saying it will not come back to roost. I mean, actually, you'll be better for it. Everybody will. And but don't blame your particular way of being on somebody else's genes that does not apply, my friend.
Yeah. And it's more, there's nurture and nature. And what you were talking about earlier about your childhood and blaming it on the adults who tainted it or whatever.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead. You have some.
Well, just what Julie's saying is, yeah, of course, he's falling back on what he saw through the eyes of a child.
Mm-hmm,
You've got to look at your situation through the eyes of an adult, because you've got more structure to refer to, but you're still we all do it. You're still letting yourself slide back through those child's eyes. Ooh, get goosebumps on that one. Something
Yes,
for you
exactly.
around 6 years old, something like that.
Yeah. But forgiveness is very important. And you didn't know back then that it was somebody else's energy trying to
Conform or deform?
not just conform, but to program
Yes.
you.
Okay.
And I know culture is so different. And a lot of people don't understand. Oh, we're Americans. Everything should be our way. No, people. Everybody has their own culture. I've traveled, not extensively, but I've traveled quite a bit. And it's so different in so many other places. And they look at us as Americans and they don't like us. And they think we haven't been through anything, that we haven't been through traumas or problems or poverty or anything. And you don't know our stories and we don't know yours. But coming together, working together will help each other out. And being confident in who you are, knowing who you are is very important. And I know, Gupta, from a month ago, your energy is a lot more sturdy.
Cool.
And a lot more balanced than it was. Yes, we're all works in progress, people. We don't have it all.
Yeah.
But It's not the destination. It's the journey that we're on that is most important.
And Gupta, also, as I see you pulling away to serve yourself. Do it with love. Tell everybody that you're pulling, that you might have to depart from, that you care about them, you want the best for them, but this, you have to do this for you.
Yeah.
That's my good old American viewpoint at this moment, for what it's worth. From my point of awareness that I've got to work with. So you can do this, and I know you want to do it badly. I can feel it.
Yeah. Hi, doctor. And I will not read you today, doctor, because I read you on Wednesday. Anyway, I do want to make mention of a song. It's My Healing by Sophia Spallino. And one of the lines in that is, I bless and release what does not bring me peace. And you can, when you say that, think of your intentions of whatever is not bringing you peace right now and releasing it with unconditional love. I hope that helps.
You're welcome, sir.
Because it helps me every day, so I hope it helps you. And thank you, Gupta, for coming in. We got Davy Jones in. We got Vladimir in. I think Darian is next. And Darian, we're not really good on specific timing.
Keep gassing your car.
Don't let it, as they used to tell us, don't let it get below a quarter.
It's a
That's
quarter?
what I was told.
Okay.
Never get below a quarter. But what you got?
Well, there's something coming up that he wants advice on.
Yeah, something's happened in 3 weeks.
But
Are you still in
I'm hearing the word don't.
a law thing, a justice thing? Oh, and I've got headache on your left side.
Hi, A5. Yeah, but if there's something that I keep seeing a vehicle. That's why I said something about the gas.
Oh, cool.
Something about the car. The door is open, the car is stopped. But there's something you're trying to make a decision. Are you trying to decide whether to sell a car or not?
Or buy a car.
Fast food Friday.
I got a flat tire. What do you get on that car?
I'm hearing stalled.
Oh.
A flat tire would certainly stall it.
Yeah, that's true.
Check the rubber in the cars. Check the tires. Make sure you don't have a nail in there now that's going to mess with you. They're saying caution. Just watch your driving, check your car. You wanted to buy a car. Okay. But if you're looking at a car to buy, don't jump at the first one is what I'm getting. I heard that earlier on. Don't jump at whatever it is. Wanted to buy a car. But I just see if there's something next 3 weeks that you jump at, hold off, because the first one's not the best deal. I don't know if it's work related or something like that.
But it's been a while since I wanted to. Oh, okay. A road in desert.
Thanks, love goddess. A road in the desert.
Bye, Bonnie. We're in the desert, and there's a road.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Are you cautioning us or getting something for us here, Alia? Roads in the desert can be very exciting.
Or very boring too. But I don't know. Just like more the freeways, I would think, are boring than the actual roads.
Especially when traffic is stopped.
I don't think it would get warm before some months.
Okay. Well, have you been pondering it? Because you're asking about the next 3 weeks, and that's why the car thing kept coming.
Yeah. And he's saying that if it does come in, if there's an opportunity within the next 3 weeks.
I don't feel good about that one.
Yeah. And go ahead.
Well, they're saying keep the door open. So maybe we're dealing with an analogy here. I see you standing, keep the door open, which would mean keep options open.
Your options open. And not just the window, the whole thing.
That's very spiritual.
What is the meaning behind that, Jess? I'm sorry. I'll be watching White Christmas and the scene about the buttermilk. Anyway, I'm just back from wine exhibition, so my visions are very distorted. Wow. Okay, let's go back to Darian here.
But Darian,
Anything else?
its life is normal, but there's something. Just don't jump at the first thing that comes up. Whatever process is the next 3 weeks.
And I keep getting a headache for you. It's a female energy. Now, I'm not sure if you were the one who had the possible court appearance. I thought it would be over by now, but if there is a female judge, I feel that because of where it's situated, the headache situation, I would say don't be over charming, but be extremely honest.
Honest and humble.
And humble, yes.
Honest
and humble.
They know when you're lying.
Yes, I have a headache. Okay. One thing is hydration will help this, but yeah, it's pretty intense. Also, it's moving to your eyes. So rest. And something is being hidden in plain sight, but the energy that is hiding this thing in plain sight is a male energy. So there's a female energy that is a little bit higher up in this, whatever's going on. Took a pill just now. Okay. Overcharging.
I was playing with that and then overcharming.
Overcharming.
You can never be overcharming.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Because if you're overcharming, especially a lot of women who are in tune to a lot of things, they will know you're being false. Okay? So just be yourself, be honest, and be forthright.
Did you see Kevin's feedback?
Well, maybe you have too much male energy that is fighting your female energy. I don't know, Kevin. But there's this thing called balance that is very important. But with Darian, it feels like it's a supervisor, manager, or a hierarchy that is causing this pain. But it's starting to lighten up now that we've talked about it. And then like I said, a male energy is hiding things in plain sight. Legal issue coming up? No, I thought there had been something that you were concerned about, but just be, of course you would think that way, but balance. Again, balance is extremely important. And I keep pulling this selenite because selenite is very balancing and it gets negative energy away from you. So if you don't have an amethyst or something to help balance every single chakra, the selenite does just as well. Okay,
yeah, but Kevin, is while you're striving for balance, what's that thing? If you can aim for the mud and hit it, or you can aim high and aim for the stars and maybe land on the moon, something like that.
Okay.
What I'm getting at is, you don't not attempt it or work on it. I don't want to use that word try, but
yeah, attempt. That's what I like that word better. Can be a kick in the head, so to speak. Aha.
Well, if you're delaying, eventually you got to pay the piper here. So I'm not sure what that's going to look like, but you want to put as much positive energy and go for the win-win. I'm big on the win-win.
No, don't. Yeah, and not a whole lot of changes in the next 3 weeks, but balancing will help keep things. These are their words. Balancing mind, body, and soul will help keep things at bay, keep negativity at bay. That's what they changed this. And Victor always suggests the Black Wizard Stone is the greatest as well. But yeah, I feel a headache for you. And I know you want to go straight to pharmaceuticals. I mean, even Tylenol and Advil are pharmaceuticals as far as I'm concerned. But do natural things. When you do have a headache, water is the best recovery. Trust me, it's quickest and best.
Okay.
But if
so
you need a
Darian's
pill, that's
happy.
good.
No news is good news.
Exactly. That's what I'm feeling too. Also, for those of you who don't realize it, we've got 10 more days. Even though Mercury has gone direct, we have 10 more days of his past shadow, of his post shadow. Sorry. So on the 21st, which is the Monday after Easter, then Mercury is direct. Communications should clear up even more. And that's when I was going to say things that will settle, but they're saying things will escalate in a more clear, concise manner. Ooh, I like that. That's what's coming up for you, Darian. So on the 21st, things will get clearer and more concise.
As you said that, I heard him say, polish your act.
Oh, okay.
So refine your thinking, refine your words.
Darian.
Polish your act, my friend.
Okay, so that means no over charming, be honest and forthright.
Good.
Okay, so all interactions, think positively, but don't sugarcoat anything. And
Because
yeah,
they'll see right through you. They hear this every day.
yes, it's like, yeah,
You walk in and say, I screwed up. Here's the deal.
yeah, or this is how I'm feeling, and what do you think? But
Because I get the feeling, Darren, you're trying to skate around something. Don't try to be tricky. Like Julie says, present it like it is.
Yeah.
And they're saying put up a good front. Good front would be good front scheming. That means you're putting a front up.
the word I'm getting is humble. You had said that before.
Yeah.
More
Good
humble.
front is cocky.
Yeah.
Don't
Good front. Don't be cocky.
Don't
about
be
it.
cocky.
So Thursday, all of a
So
sudden,
go. Be smart.
be your authentic self too. Okay.
Vladimir, so I got next.
Yep. Vladimir, are you still here, sir? And then David Jones,
I don't have.
Amna Khan,
Is it Anna?
Amna Khan, Amna Khan, after Davy.
The doctor came out. I showed her name.
Yeah, but I already read her this
Lord,
week.
Lord.
So. And then Lady T. Lady T. It has been a long time, Miss Lady T.
So we're waiting on
New moon on the 27th, yes, but full moon is not full today, but it should be full on the 13th, I think I saw. And a mirror from me, yes. Okay. April full moon. Saturday, April 12th at 8:22 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time is when the pink moon is at its fullest. It's on the 12th, so Saturday, tomorrow.
Vladimir, did you have a question or was it a general thing?
Okay, he had a question. Hold on. I will pull it up. I thought I saw
How
him.
do you
No,
do it?
I think, yeah, he did, but it was a ways away, and I had already put him up there. Okay, I think he said general, but it's been a while. Moving it
Maybe.
down.
Looking for your question, Vladimir.
Yep.
General. Earth to Vladimir. Earth to Vladimir.
He's here?
No, I know.
What? Oh, you're
I'm connecting with his
highest.
other being.
Oh,
Wings.
I want one of those. Except you can keep the peppers. Oh, dang.
What did they just say? They said. Okay, let's play this over again.
Okay.
I'm tuning in, sir. It was something about embracing your passion. What are you passionate about that you're not doing anything with out of curiosity? You've got a dream, you've got a longing, you've got a, they're saying spread your wings and fly, even if it's a hobby or if it's a omnicon. They're saying you can't fly if you don't flap your wings. So that would suggest that just thinking about it is one thing, but you got to take the steps and actually put some motion into the process. I.e., you could visualize yourself jumping off of a diving board all day long, but unless you take the initiative to climb up the steps to the top of the diving board, walk out on the diving board, get to the end of the diving board, and actually jump, you get my drift.
Yay, Kevin.
And does he wander over to you guys on Tuesday night?
Yes, he does. Yes, I've got you on the list.
Tomato too. Does that make any sense, sir? I'm getting respect for yourself more, don't I?
Yes. And what Victor always says, love the day himself. Okay.
Yeah.
But love was the first thing that came up for me. And when you said passion, that's what the love was all about. Be very passionate about whatever it is you want to do.
I'm getting something about you working with kids. Are you into mentoring children or working with kids? Or have you got some kids? Or are you missing some kids? Or do you want some kids?
Something about children.
Yeah. I just get the sense that you would be a good mentor if you're not doing it. There's somebody you want to help. Who is it? Or there's somebody that's pulling on your heartstrings, as in child, kid, relative. And what I'm hearing is they're saying they need you, if that makes any sense. And you've been in a quandary about that, whether it is actually the case or not. They're saying you would be surprised if you intervene in a positive way, not negative. Ooh, look at that. That's good. We must be psychic. Something about, yeah. Are you into boys' sports, or are you like Little League? I don't know what part of Little League.
Coach
Yeah, coaching. Yeah, that would be a little bit.
of some sort.
Well,
Feel that inner child is
there's
very
always
important.
that too.
Always important.
But now it's all centering. I see a Little League field. I mean, just as an example.
And I do love mentoring as well.
Yeah, there's one though that I see. If you're seeing a little girl having a tea party with her pretend stuff with her mother, and the mother's,
Or a person.
or a
Yeah.
person sitting in a big chair,
Mhm.
and I see you doing that with your kids. If you're not, you should be.
A big person sitting in one of the little chairs
yes.
is what I see.
Yes, that's exactly what I
Okay.
see. At the kids' table, playing with them on their level, like we read earlier. You're trying to see through a child's eyes and play that game with them. But there's one. I'm getting 3 kids, and there's one in particular. It's the quiet one. Do you have a quiet child?
And I'm hearing the word withdrawn.
Yes, I could see it.
And I'm not saying that withdrawn in a negative way. As a middle child, I withdrew a lot because I'm observant. I didn't get in the middle of everything. That was for my oldest sister and my little brother.
And
That
it's
was
something
not for
needs to
me.
be bolstered with
Yeah.
that kid. Either attention or you need to pump him up with some adulation. Oh, love language. Figure out what his love language is. I'm number 6 on that. Okay.
Thank you, Wade. Appreciate that.
Brush up on your love languages. The original mentor in that was Chapman, who was the author of the book, The 5 Love Languages.
But there's a difference. There's a translation difference. Love language of a child
Yeah.
is certainly different than the love language of adults.
Yeah, I wouldn't
A
disagree with
huge difference.
that. But this kid he's misperceived something.
Yes, something was said and it was not interpreted
He
in
miscalculated or
interpreted the information. Yeah.
And
Yes, the oldest one.
you know what you do? I had this conversation with my kids. I was having breakfast with my two boys one time. And I looked at him and I said, what did I do to screw you up? I mean, I just flat out threw that out there. I definitely got feedback. So, and because I tried to be as good a parent as I knew how to be, but oh man, if you understand the withdrawal, all I'm getting at is communicate with this one. You got to get through some barriers fast before what they're saying does in.
So you actually understand him better than he. I'm saying he. I don't know. We didn't say
Yeah, we don't
male
know
or female. But you know that child's soul better than they think you do. Okay, and it's about the soul right now, because the mind and the ego are being developed currently. And how much older is this child than the next one?
I'm
There's a
getting
big
misappropriations. I mean, he didn't know what to do with the information he was given, and he's got it backwards.
Because my observation of older children, of the oldest child, is that they feel the next child takes love away from them.
Huh.
I've seen it, believe me.
I didn't experience that, but I can see where that could happen.
And I know that it's not true. How is painter will get big? Okay, exactly.
Exactly what? What's part of it? Where were you right about?
Yeah. So, and I know because my oldest granddaughter, she's 18 now, so I can talk about her. She's 3 years older than her next brother. And I think 9 years older than her youngest brother. So when the youngest came, she was not happy.
Oh.
Not happy at all. But now she is the big sister and is looked up with love and admiration. So being a big sis is very
teenager
good
5
for her.
years older.
Oh yeah. So they're.
Yeah, but that older slot also has its own caveats.
It does too. But besides the one that I'm thinking of, yes.
But anyway,
yeah.
Work on that one. They need I'm hearing they need support and understanding and redirection.
Yeah. And Angie, you're so loving and giving. Believe me, the way my granddaughter was brought up, she didn't speak until she was about 3. No matter what her mother says, she refused to talk until she thought she would not be yelled at.
Oh.
So I know, I've watched her. And I know that wasn't you at all, because you are very strong in who you are, Miss Angie. So, and you were very protective of your siblings, and you still are. So.
Vladimir, ask vulnerable questions of this one. Ask him how he's doing, how he's feeling, how he's thinking. Ask him what he thinks of you.
Yeah.
Open the door. Say, hey, I'm wondering if I messed up here somewhere, and see what they say back.
Yeah.
And you go from there.
But I'm glad you were a middle child, so I think you can understand him.
Yeah.
Or we keep saying him. Stand that child a lot more than they think. And just give them a little stories from when you grew up. Not to scare them, but just to say, hey.
You know what I learned over the weekend? I talked to this lady that was writing she wanted to write a memoir for her kids because they only know her as a parent.
Right.
You know, the authoritative, dictatorial. They didn't know her as a teenager or what she thought, what she did, that type of thing. So yeah, I like your idea. Share stories of your childhood, what you went through, and it all goes back to that Field of Dreams episode where he's playing catch with his own father, who's a lost young man, not knowing what he's going to do next. I get goosebumps on that one.
Yeah.
That would be wild to do. Can you imagine throwing catch or something with your very young parent, before you were even that would be interesting. See what they were like. It would be wild.
I do have a pretty open communication with her. Yes, I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, we weren't sure.
Yeah, a boy.
But she's got some masculine energy, and I don't mean that.
That's not a bad thing.
No, she's got some strength with her, but she's been taught, or she believes she's been taught to withhold and
suppress.
Yeah, suppress. So open her up.
And what is her passion? Drawing, singing, acting. There's a passion there, an underlying one that she doesn't feel she's good enough for.
That I was just going to say, she doesn't feel worthy.
But open up. Once she opens up, the floodgates are going to be broken down. Yeah.
My second sister's
was not.
The last 2 kids. She said we didn't leave together. I knew a lady that was willing to give away her daughter. She said she offered her to all the neighbors. Said, here, you can take her. She and her mother fought constantly.
Was she a teenager at the time?
It's been a lifelong thing.
Wow.
If the mother says you shouldn't do this, of course, the daughter would do that.
Good.
But the mother was always right because it always turned out the way mother said it would. So now there's all this resentment because mom's always right. And so then the daughter comes up with this, I'm not good enough, but I'm going to show her anyway, or I'm going to piss her off,
Right.
That conflict goes
on. And the mom didn't use reverse psychology.
No, she gave it to her straight rather than saying, okay, go be happy.
Yeah, that was the other thing. She didn't let her open her own wings and fly.
So. And let her crash into her own.
Yeah, she needed to let her do her own thing.
But mom was so trying to prevent the injury and would get in the way rather than, it's a teacher on the playground telling you, no, you can only ride the swing. If you ride the swing, then this is going to happen. Rather than, okay, go try it and see what happens.
My sister in 6th grade, she rode the swing.
Fell out of it.
And broke her arm.
Yeah.
Well,
she learned.
Yeah. So you got to do what you got to do, people.
She's creative, but what is she? She's really holding back.
Very creative, yeah. But she's she's a whirlwind of creativity.
But she's locked down.
Yeah.
So tell her to express herself. Does she like purple hair? I don't know. We were talking about.
My granddaughter just dyed her hair red. Well, what was it?
You said pink.
It was pink. Xbox pink or something. I don't know where it was, some kind of weird name, but anyway, something pink. You're welcome, Vladimir. And please let us know how things go, because I just think this.
I see her opening up to you if you just reach out.
Well, he says he communicates well with her, but there's something she's
still locking down.
Yeah.
She's afraid to share with you.
And like I said before, holding back things or suppressing things will only cause more problems in the end.
I want you to ask her what she's afraid to tell you.
And if she doesn't want to verbalize it, have her write it. Have her sing it, whatever she's painting, drawing, whatever her best form of expression is here and now. Go for it.
Yeah, there's something she's afraid to ask.
Oh, she has a question for you.
There's something she would like to share with you, but tell her, just convince her that she can ask you anything.
Yeah. And he says it open. See your past life, maybe something like.
I'd love to be able to look at people and get past lives. Tina was talking about that last night.
Meryl Streep.
So.
Okay.
Keep us posted, sir.
Yes. Thank you.
I want to know what
We're so excited. She wants to, but Mom.
Well, okay. You keep Mom out of the picture. She wants to what?
LOL, she wants to, but mom disagrees.
Well, you and her.
You need to work on mom then. Be her advocate. Be your daughter's advocate and campaign for her.
have midnight snacks together.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the mother sees what you two are doing, she's going to go, ah. What's the deal with the mother? Who past life stuff with the daughter? Conflict.
Going
You
into
do-
another
you-
realm here.
For now, just do what we're telling you to do.
We suggest what we're
Talk to
suggesting.
the
Yes.
daughter.
Yeah. And be prepared to be your daughter's advocate.
You're going to be, if you
What?
do this right, the wife's going to see you interacting, and she's going to get jealous, and your wife might learn something from this. So do it on the sly.
Yeah.
Not to be vindictive or defeating of the wife. You want to include
Overstepping, not overstepping. That's the
Yeah,
word I
that's the
gave
word.
you. Yeah.
Okay, don't overstep.
Don't overstep, but work together with your daughter to get things.
And keep your wife informed. Let her know how the progress is.
Yeah.
Pull her into the game. Ask her why she disagrees, because now you
Yeah.
can help the mother understand too.
Sit them both down.
I always remember that thing on Friends where Monica's mother was always berating her because her brother was the favorite, and all this. I wonder how often that goes on.
A lot.
I hear more about mother-daughter issues than I hear about mother-son, or of course then there's a father-son thing too.
I was going to say, you've been through father-son.
More so mother-son. That's what's weird.
Well, your mother.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about your sons. You have 2 sons.
Oh yeah. We never had.
You forgot about that?
I was thinking about my own.
Yes, I understand.
I've done well with my sons.
Yeah. But like you said, you sat down and you asked them.
I asked them. I want to know, did I drop you on your head too many times, or what? That was
Yeah.
That was my approach.
And we won't talk about past lives right now, so
No.
we'll get that. Davy Jones, are you here? After Davy Jones, and Davy Jones wanted a general, then it's Amna Khan and Laititi. So who's here?
Jerry, we got done with who was it? No, that was what?
Vladimir.
Anna, Dave Jones.
Davy Jones. Davy Jones. Yes, Davy
Hello,
Jones.
sir.
Is a general is what you want, or a highest and greatest good, sir?
David. David is a past life. What's David? Spanish?
Yes, Espanol. Or you could say Hebrew, all sorts of things. David.
David. I hear you're slacking. Didn't we get this one other time?
Well, he'd been doing a whole lot of changes and working on himself.
I don't
Was
know.
he slacking in the last couple of weeks? Hey, a lot of energy has been changing, people. So if you felt like you should just, I don't care anymore, and hibernating,
Yeah.
that was
But they
a
just
general
said,
field.
bite the bullet.
Bite the bullet.
Does that mean get on your pony and ride? Bite the bullet and do it? Oh, that means do something you don't want to do.
Yeah, bite the bullet and get it done.
So what do
Quit
you?
procrastinating. What do you
Yeah,
procrastinate?
you're procrastinating about. You're saying bite the bullet, do it anyway. I can see you. I can see you. It's like not wanting to do your taxes. We can all relate to that. The stack of papers is this deep, and you got to go through them. They're saying when it's done, you will be much happier.
Oh, sick today. That's what I'm saying.
Repressed
Okay,
emotions.
we're gonna get. Yes. Okay, got it. All right.
That's from
tuning
not
in.
wanting to do your taxes.
Checking in all.
They're saying look deeper. It's feeling nauseous.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Grab your stone so you don't get sick.
No, I felt that already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's centered in the solar plexus. It goes down to
Not to berate you, but they're saying you're using something as an excuse.
yeah.
Would that make you sick?
Yes. Negative thoughts can make you sick. Now, some people say disease starts in your colon. However, it starts in your mind. It starts in your thoughts. I've had a lot of more than one reading that the person came to me and I said, "Oh, your stomach. You've got a lot of problems in there." I said, "And I know you've been to the doctor, but they can't find anything because there's nothing physically wrong. And no, I don't believe it's psychosomatic either. It is emotions." Did swimming today while what?
Let me suggest something,
While
Davey.
feeling
If you
sick.
swam in a pool with chlorine,
Oh,
that could happen. I'm anti-chlorine everything. And you just dipped yourself in the pond. But,
oh,
it's poisons. What do
it
you,
is poison.
are you detoxing?
He needs to detox. Oh. Oh, I've got coughing too. Did
I
it
know.
smell like, was it inside or outside in the swimming pool? I'm feeling it was inside and I'm smelling the fumes.
Chlorine.
Ugh.
Public pool, private pool?
Health club?
You.
Yeah, my throat hurts too. Also upper throat. Yeah.
Oh, I could feel it. There's something.
Yeah,
You're
it's
loaded
just-
up with something.
Number one is if you're in a home or your own place, open all windows. I don't care how hot it is. Open it all up and get some sage burning. Get it cleaned out. And breathe in that sage. This is
Baking
for
soda.
you. What about baking soda?
In water, drink it. Neutralize it.
Is that what you got that?
It had chlorine mixed.
I don't think it's going to be very good with chlorine.
Even if you're in a house with chlorine in the water, taking a shower, you even get chlorine in it.
Yeah. It had chlorine mixed. Yeah. It's very heavy. And what do they mix it with? It's almost like ammonia. My granddaughter did that one time.
Oh, I mean, smelling the chemicals.
She
Acid,
was
They
cleaning the floor downstairs. And she started coughing and I was doing something
put-
else and I
just
came out
inhaling it.
and I said, "Did you mix anything with this?" She said, "Yeah, I mixed pine sol and chlorine." I said, "Get upstairs, open the doors and windows." And I opened everything I could
Pine
downstairs.
sol alone.
Well,
That's
I can't stand.
the stuff that knocks you over.
Yeah, and chlorine in addition. And I explained to her, you do not combine chemicals, but somebody else.
You
Yeah,
drink a lot of water, get stuff moving, flushing, whatever goes on. And
yeah. If you get a chance to take a bath later, detox bath is good. That has, and I know we were already talking about chlorine in the water, but it's a quarter cup baking soda, apple cider vinegar, Epsom salt, and Himalayan or sea salt. I use the pink. Anyway, quarter cup of all of those. I would not add any essential oils to it because this is detoxing. Get this stuff out of your body. Also, I don't have the recipe that Kirby gave us last week, but if you guys go back and listen to that, you can get the recipe for cleaning out congestion. I don't think it.
he's saying the water was cold, which could have also dislodged stuff. You know, we're talking about those cold ice baths and stuff.
Made it worse. The water was cold. The cold was almost better than if it was warmer.
Cold would be a good thing.
Yeah, that cold part. Oh, was it inside or outside? That was also because to me, smell the fumes.
You're getting the chemicals in the water.
Well, and I can be, I'm above the water. I'm not in the
Oh.
water. I can smell chlorine.
If it was hot, it could be evaporating and filling. If it was in a room, it would be contained
Yes, exactly.
inside pool.
When,
Those are awful. Ever walked in one of those?
oh yeah,
Ugh.
and that's why I keep
Asking.
asking. Yeah, because I don't like inside pools.
You know, the humidity, and then you're sucking in the air that's got the chemicals in it.
And there's a hotel in Abilene that used to have a pool in the center. But I think all they did to it was cover it up with tile. Because I still smell the chemicals and know the water's still there.
Really?
I can feel the water in
That's
there.
interesting.
But I can't see the pool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy.
It was inside. Okay. Inside pool.
And that's what makes it worse. Just walking in there was bad
Really?
enough
Yeah.
for you. Yeah, that's what I felt, but I didn't know if that was true. So, yeah, I've been into a lot of indoor pools. There's a lot of them that are well maintained and have very good ventilation, but those who don't,
I was in one over in City of Tempe, ran. Oh my gosh, it just knocked you over. You'd walk in the doors. I think it was an inside wave pool or something.
oh, Kiwanis Park?
Yeah, something.
Oh, yes, yes. Drink a glass of water, yeah. Warm water with a squeeze of lemon.
Detox.
Yes, exactly,
Oh,
lemon.
perfect. I like that.
Lemon is definitely better than
Citrus.
baking soda right now. Baking soda in the water is fine.
Cayenne pepper too, if you really want to launch stuff.
Yeah,
And olive
very
oil.
good for liver. And I'm also being told ingesting baking soda and or apple cider vinegar at this time is not good, but from the outside, it'll help pull the toxins out of your body. That's what they're saying. But don't be drinking that. Lemon juice is really good. And I would take a grapefruit if I had it, but okay. Wow. Take care of you right now, Davey.
What's that thing where you put your feet in water and the water turns black? What is it you put on your feet? Those packs? Is it castor oil packs or something?
I don't know. I didn't.
There's something that you and the hot water pulls the toxins out of from your body out of your feet. I've seen that, and the water turns black. I forget what that's all about. Okay, sir.
All right. Wow. Yeah. Omnicon. Are you still here, Omnicon? Wow.
Omnicon.
But yeah, I feel the nauseousness and everything.
Whatever he did made it worse.
Well, just going into that building made it worse. And I'm glad the water was cold. That was a relief for you. If it had been warm, oof. Oh, you've been drinking.
Traveling. I'm getting the word traveling with you, Amna. If we're saying your name right. Amna. Traveling to nowhere. Are you spinning your wheels on something? Not getting any results? I'm hearing I want to go somewhere, but I don't know where I want to go.
Where I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm not.
So would that suggest being stuck or suggest being...
The word that came out, discombobulated.
That's like supercalifragilistic.
Discombobulated. That they have no clue. Oh, in a transition period. That's what they're saying. Hello.
Between worlds, yeah, like you said. What are we going to do?
So Amna's not coming in. Lady T, Miss Lady T.
I didn't see her come through.
Yeah, she did a while ago. Good evening, persons.
Oh, I'm thinking about last week. Was Kirby at his house?
I think he wasn't here.
No, he wasn't here. I didn't know whether he was going to drive someplace else.
No. Where? Oh, he was at his house because he showed us he was able to pull down some of his herbs and
Oh.
show it to
Oh,
us.
cool.
So yeah, it was really good.
That stuff's amazing. We get talking to him. We talk about it all day.
Yeah. And did everybody like Kirby coming in last week? Did you guys learn something?
He's my favorite acupuncture guy. And like he said, I'm your only acupuncture guy. And I said, yes, you are.
Yes, but he does cold laser therapy. He does a lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's never talked to me about the laser therapy.
He just finished his certification for that not too long ago.
Oh, cool. I need to talk to him. I've got a lot of therapies I want to remove. Okay, so we don't have Amna.
And Lady T. Nobody's popping up. Who's popping up next? Who wants a meeting? Who's got a question?
Who wants sage wisdom?
And Miss Jess, what you doing these days? Okay, let's see what.
You told me number 83, and after your reading, I went online to look up experts and meaning. I read it. 83 means you are being called to connect with your higher self. And that, damn. You guys don't understand what I just damned about. Really was talking to me about.
He loves me. He'll say he hates me. He loves me. Yeah. I just looked at him and went, what? Thank you, Alia. You have no idea how much confirmation you just provided.
For both of us, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, Kirby, he gets deep. If you get him going, you won't get him turned off. He's got more stuff in his head about Chinese medicine. And, oh my gosh.
And helping animals.
Yeah.
He loves helping dogs.
And he's-
No offense, but he likes dogs. He likes cats. No offense to anybody who. I like them all. But as I told you guys last week, I would like to get an owl. I think that's what I'd really like to have is an owl. I know it seems different and maybe fragile, but I think it would work. Anyway. But Alia, thank you.
We're all 83s.
Yep.
That's insane. That's crazy.
Yep, I love it.
He was informative. He's got more stuff he can tell you about. So we'll bring you back.
So did anybody write down the recipe? It called for cinnamon twigs instead of cinnamon bark.
You did anything about cloves? I've been hearing about
Always cloves, yeah.
cloves or
Cloves are very good. And I did a Japanese tea with cloves, garlic, and cinnamon. And it helped out a lot.
Good.
I've got to do another batch of that too.
Did it wake you up or clean you out or
Yeah,
both?
it did. Yeah. I did a little extra on the cloves.
Cloves are supposed to have a big powerhouse.
Yeah, but it said use a quarter teaspoon, and then going. I couldn't remember it at the
Or
time.
would you use ground cloves?
No, whole, because you boil it. You simmer that in 3 cups of boiling water, and that's 3 ingredients, and then you strain it and drink it. It was really good. And that means I've got to make some more. But I wanted that other recipe so I can make that as well. It called for white peony root.
Never heard of that one.
I haven't either, but it was cool. And cinnamon twigs, garlic. I'm not garlic, but
I'm going to throw this out
ginger.
because we've got some time. We're waiting for somebody to show up here. I didn't tell you
ginger.
when I was gone this weekend, third day out in the middle of the night, I hear these voices every now and then, but it's always my name. You know, Tina, I've heard her in my bedroom when I'm going, stop. And I've heard my dad 3 times, and I've heard some others, and I've heard voices I didn't recognize. I'm laying in bed, third day into it, about 2 in the morning, and I hear this, oh, all right. I didn't know who it was. But I've never gotten that sequence of words. It's always just been my name. You know, the kind of thing that wakes you up in the middle of the night, you think there's somebody in your room saying your name. And I'm still trying to figure out what that is.
Thanks, Kevin.
maybe even a pebble.
Yeah, he's being silly. Twigs, bark, maybe even a pebble.
And rocks. The ostriches eat rocks, don't they? They do something that's about their digestive.
I thought
They've got gizzards.
chickens and turkey.
Yeah. I think they want grit. So oyster shell, they'll eat the ground, the oyster shell. The gizzard grinds things rather than the stomach. And then they need that grit in there.
And how are your chickens doing?
They're doing good. If the coyotes would stop eating them. I lost 3 over 2 weeks. There's one critter out there. I went hunting for it, could not find it.
There are a lot in the area. The dogs tell you.
Come on, who's had something weird happen to them this week?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to have had something.
Something new, different.
In the night.
What aha moments?
UFO visitations, something.
What are we going to do about the name?
I've been sort of letting that just float.
Okay.
I haven't.
Did we want to do a contest?
I saw it was at your texting here. We were talking about trying to come up with a different name for the show with Gabriel something, but.
Oh, that was a long time ago that I sent that.
Yeah. Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And the name doesn't bother me. I was thinking about that the other day. Just we're in conflict with that Christian Catholic something or other, whatever it was.
Yeah, something like that.
But
back east.
They can't take a joke.
Well, spirituality and all messes with it.
10:25.
Some Christians more.
Oh,
What?
come on. Did we cure everybody? How could that be? Anybody? We would pull some cards. I'm trying to think what it could do. Trying to fill them. Jess, come on. Your life can't be perfect. What's going on with you? Haven't talked to you for a while. Tell me what you want. What you really want.
I am preparing. Oh, cool. So how are you preparing, Alia? How are you preparing?
I was thinking about, you gave me those 4 pieces of selenite and 2 of them disappeared.
Yeah.
Putting them in the corner, but I still want to try that. I was thinking about that.
I have 2 more for you.
The barium. I don't know where the 2 went. There was a Peter.
It'll pop up when they went.
And then, how are you preparing for UFO contact?
That's what I guess.
Julie wants me to plant selenite in the 4 corners of my yard.
Well, that's not just for that. You were told that would help with your ET.
Create a beacon.
Yeah. But it also helps protect the interior of that, to protect your home.
That field.
Yeah, the field. By utilizing 4 corners.
I think she was messing with us. If they landed in your yard, would you get on and take a ride?
If you feel what are my guides telling me to work on. Okay, Kevin has a question. That's Kevin's question. Are you seeing Kevin's question?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm thinking, do I want to hear it or does he want to hear it? What would you, so if they were going to, what would you have Kevin know right now? Huh. They're saying we were to simmer down and take a break. Is that what you wanted to hear? Are you, it's work. You're wound up about something at work that's not going your way, or you would rather say go a different way, or you're in conflict with somebody, and they are saying let them go. Does that make any sense? Informative. How can this be?
Hey, if you were in New Mexico, it happened immediately. I'm just saying. Or here in Arizona, we get a lot of those too, especially up at the Airport Mesa in Sedona.
Yes, I've been up there a lot. Where's Alia? Where's she located?
Italy.
Italy.
Yes, you knew this. No trying. No trying. There's no trying in baseball. I know. It's a different word.
What are they saying about that? Profound? Kevin is trying. This is weird. Profound.
The next word I got was proliferation.
It was something like that. Profound occlusion or profound. You're blind. Oh, they're saying you're blind to what is really going on. It's all in your.
I am finding a
Block.
not a block, but a veil over my eye, my right eye. So that would be male energy. I am doing then, Julie. What?
Do you ever feel like you're getting manipulated by somebody at work? Or are you're being maybe being manipulated and not aware of it? I've had a customer like that in my business. And after a while, I thought, wait a minute. And I've just had it proved to me lately versus some conversations, referencing conversations. But you, in your willingness to comply, don't maybe not know how much you're being maneuvered. Giza pyramid.
Giza's closer to you right now. And then she's going to Mexico. So are you going to, what is the place called?
Have you been to the pyramids?
Giza? No, I have not been to Egypt.
As much as you've traveled up on
Well, yeah.
been...
I stayed mainly Europe. I've been to Mexico, but only borders. Only the border.
Cartel.
Stayed away from that area. But there was Agua Prieta and Nogales are the only places I've been to.
Well, if she's in Italy,
Mhm.
Italy's been there a long time.
Yes. The Romans
I keep being drawn back to Albion.
Sure. Egypt. Yes.
Giza.
Giza.
Here too.
Are you in Egypt right now? Or no, you said yes, so I thought you meant you're
She wants to go to Giza. I was saying
Yeah.
Giza. Giza
Yeah.
is
Egypt, yeah.
is Egypt.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you this story.
Okay.
The other night, I'm laying in bed, and if you've ever had a vision, I had a vision of this entity in my face, and I took it to be Native American, dark complexion, thin nose though, European nose, not Indian nose.
Mm.
But I wasn't sure what I was looking at, and I'm sharing this just for all of you. We just stared at each other for about 15 seconds because I knew it was somebody new and I didn't know what's going on. But I clearly was told, and they spelled the name, it was Joba, not
Joba.
Jobe. And I go, okay, I've never heard that name, have no connection with it. So the next morning I get up and something told me to look it up. 1000 BC, there was King David, and his right-hand man was named Joba, but it's pronounced with a Y, like Yoba.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going, holy smokes. So I read some history on this guy. And they talk about so-and-so had half-sisters and this and that. But he was, in a warring sense, because I guess they did a lot of that back then, he was the guy that took care of David's problems. And the reason I say this is because I suddenly realized, okay, if somebody's got a half-sister, nothing's changed. Everybody's still messing around. You know, half-sisters, whole sisters. But the Yoba thing threw me because I don't think what showed up for it's a Hebrew name. And I have absolutely, in this life, no connection to that knowledge or history or anything. And welcome to Italy. It was just an interesting experience. He showed up casually. I don't know why he's in the world, in my energy, that's why. Don Rumer-Rivera. Good morning,
Don.
Grand Rising.
Hello.
So where I'm going with this
We're glad you're back.
Yoba. If you run into Yoba, tell him I said hi. Anybody, but it's just interesting the way it came in.
So if you're thinking might have been Egyptian instead of
Well, after I read up, I thought I was trying to connect. So 1000 BC is, Jerusalem, all that area, and not that I had any clue who Yoba was, but I hadn't made any contact as it were to know what the process was. But they told me he's aligning. I don't know what the guy's capable of. I don't even know what to say in Yoba. But about 1000 BC.
Yeah, if you look it up,
That's a long time
there's
ago.
somebody who's a singer or something with Yoba, but I don't know.
Anybody else had visions like that? You ever had visitors in the night in your mind, third eye? Talk to your angels, been sucked up to an angel's room. That takes me to Amy's sister that came down to, were you that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Who goes to the other side at night and hangs out with celebrities.
Gina.
Gina. Is that her name?
Yeah. I was thinking about her the other day too, because of a lot of celebrities passing. That what has she learned since we spoke to her
We
last?
spoke to her. But we're talking about a gal. We have a cohort who has a challenged sister that she was raised with, but this challenged sister has the capacity to go to the other side at night. And she sits there and says she plays cards with celebrities like Michael Jackson, and she named some other ones. And you need the cohort with her to sort of interpret what she's saying. But I keep asking to be taken over at night. Haven't had. If I'm being taken over at night, I don't remember it. But Kevin talks about dreams that come true. I don't. I've had a couple. I remember dreaming about a ring that got lost in the bedroom and it turned up. I knew it was going to show up. But dreams that come true. And have you gotten the lottery numbers yet, Kevin? That's interesting. I was saying she sees pyramids in her meditations. That's interesting. That's almost like a calling. I could see why you'd want to go to Europe or go to Egypt on that one. Yoda? No, it's Yoba. I hadn't thought about Yoda. That is a close proximity. I dreamt I gave a friend a rose and he pricked his finger on the thorn. The next day I was talking to him about spiritual things. He got bent about it.
I dreamt of a dinosaur apocalypse. Wow. Have you been watching too much Jurassic Park?
Yes.
I know you have kids, so I don't know. I won't watch Jurassic Park.
What is it with lucid dreams? You know, lucid dreams are supposed to be able to control them. You can go in and change them. Anybody ever been able to do that? Go in your dream? And I haven't.
I have.
I've had a lot of dreams I've woken up from and I'm glad I'm awake. But you can go into lucid dream and change things in the dream.
Yep.
That's interesting. And you know you're in a lucid dream.
You're in a dream.
Yes.
In the dream world, yeah.
And it's funny because I've had dreams that I've scared myself like crazy. I'm just glad to wake up from them.
If you want to record your dream right away, just grab your phone and dictate into it what you saw. Did you hear that they are bringing back dire wolves? Did you hear that?
The what?
They brought back dire wolves.
Is that a new? I've never heard the term.
Dire wolves.
Mm-mm.
It's a species of wolf.
Oh, it's
very
a real
large.
Oh.
It was. It's 1,300 years
Will they find some DNA
extinct. They were able to use a great gray wolf and tweak it a little bit, tweak the DNA.
So they're like a giant wolf.
Yeah, and they have 2 puppies.
Wow.
2 wolf pups.
And we're going to run into those in the desert?
No, they created them in labs.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. I dream of many, many faces of people I have never seen in this life. I imagine they are my memories of the past and the future. Beautiful.
I think you're traveling at night, Alia. Where are you going? That's cheaper than flying on the airline.
Of many places I've never been to. Yes. No, you've been there where you wouldn't know where you were going. It's just in a past life, or it could be in your dreams only. Because we do travel. They tend to collect their dues while it was scenes.
Anybody have any kid issues? Talk to us about your kids. Little ones.
Jess has kids.
Do you have any children you want to give away?
Yes, Scott wants to get a child in a divorce. I still think he needs to, in the divorce, get designated as a grandpa. But that's just me.
I have this favorite little kid at our Monday night class. Her dad brings her. She's adorable. I'd take her home in a minute. He would give her away sometimes. He keeps her.
And when I go to bed and close my eyes, get flashes of people I've never seen in this lifetime. That's all I got to keep saying.
And yeah, it's. I sat in a football stadium one night when I was in college, and it was over at issue, and everything's packed. And I kept thinking, do you know how many people you're never going to know, you're never going to connect with, you're never going to even be in physical contact with? And I thought, so many people, so little time, just crazy.
Yeah.
When you look at the monumental.
Ooh. It's my Kundalini energy that warms me. And this is the year of the snake, all you.
No children? Nobody has any children they want to talk about? How can that be?
Yeah. What was I going to say about it?
Throw us out a topic. Who wants to talk about anything?
You can talk about anything you want.
Yeah.
We got a few
You guys
minutes.
want to hear about my love life?
Sure. And nobody's asking him about the trip that he went on.
Oh, that's true.
Nothing bad happened,
Nope.
even though, well, the only thing is you said you got disconnected
It was weird.
spiritually.
Yes. You know, being here, being connected. I went to Cancun for a weekend and just turned off. And I hadn't done that for so long. I was telling Julie this morning how doing that pulled me out of this world, and I'm usually in it 24/7. And you know what?
Cool.
Galactic War.
So
You know-
now he's back, and now he feels.
Yeah, it's different having been turned off future of rock and roll. If it's anything like the music, I don't know. It might be interesting to. Do you guys have any questions about something that you're curious about? Just
Well, she's the Galactic War.
Galactic War. I thought she was joking. All right, let's see what they say about Galactic War. They're saying there's many topics that we could address on Galactic War, but predominantly it is the mindset of the inhabitants of the planet that create or design the interaction that would cause such a catastrophe. So that would suggest that even Silverbirch says that the interaction of minds and is what creates this stuff. You can uncreate it if you.
Yeah, I agree.
But the galactic wars, how many galaxies could we find? Galactic wars of epic proportions are not necessarily something to be concerned about. What's more important to be concerned about is the galactic war within your head.
Yep. We all have our own universe. We all have our own world in
That
our
was
heads.
interesting.
So yeah, I like that.
And so if you've got that war going on in your head, let us address this perhaps. Continue to think solemnly and align your precepts, that's not my word, with the intentions of creating solidarity within your own soul. Okay, if that means anything to you. So if you are soul, which we all are, they're basically saying clean house first. I agree with you, Kevin. Yeah, if they're that smart to come here, sort of like the Klingons in the Federation. Scooter pan. Yeah.
Go to bam!
Because they could wipe us out in a heartbeat with the technology they've got. But Silverbirch. If you guys haven't heard of Silverbirch, let me throw this out. Look up on YouTube Silver Birch Questions and Answers. He was an entity channeled by a woman for 60 years in the mid-1900s. I've been listening to him. Somebody asked him one night about advanced civilizations, and he said, yes, there are many advanced civilizations. He said there is one basically worse than you guys. So we're not the bottom of the barrel, but apparently we have some work to do. So I had some ego problems with that one. I wanted to be the winner. But
There's so much out there. And Mr. Victor is leering.
Is what?
They're talking about Orion, Draconians.
Oh, they're talking amongst themselves.
Well, they're talking about galactic wars and
Yeah.
the entities that were involved. Like second Jane Roberts.
I did see it. I worked for a guy one day that he had a top security clearance with the government when he was in the military. And he told me that he saw a video out in space. I don't know if it was taken from one of the lunar things or satellite, but he said you saw something here shooting at something over here. And you could see like something firing from one to the other. And I thought, oh, there's people out there. Seth and Jane Roberts. Oh, I've read all her books. I didn't know I was amongst cohorts that were on the same page.
That was Kevin.
Yeah. Yeah, I read the Seth material. That was his books. One of the books was called the Seth material, and she was channeling his version of what the universe was doing and how it operated and all that stuff. I read it in my college years and cut my teeth on that stuff. Earth is nice and all, but it's not worth fighting over. Huh. What was that movie, Independence Day?
Yes.
Where the cockroaches and the aliens came to sort of clear the place out. How did we beat them? We must be pretty smart.
Because in the hello Zach, in the words of my generation, up anyway. That's out. You remember that scene, right?
With which movie?
Independence Day, where he's
Independence Day.
where he's
Yes.
sending the jet up into the ship.
I do remember that. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah.
So moving
anyway,
on here.
Zach is in. What frequencies can be used to quell an overthinking, overactive, anxious mind, sound, material, biological?
Oh, I know the answer to that one. It is a symphony. Shoot. And there's two movements to it. It was written by Beethoven, and Bashar says it's the perfect. Oh, darn. It would take me a while to look it up.
Is it Beethoven's Fifth?
Yes, and the second.
Beethoven's Fifth.
And it's a second. How that stuff works? It's second part of something. How do they break up symphonies?
Symphony number 5 in C minor is also known as the Fate Symphony. It is a symphony composed by Ludwig von Beethoven.
But what's second movement? That's it. Beethoven's Fifth second movement, and it's like, is it 7 minutes? And the thing I was reading about it was in the day, people kept wanting encores of the thing when they played it. So I've listened to it once, and I wanted to get it down. And the other thing I've been using is some noise cancellation machine to create this celestial music, and just takes me away. I've also played with visualizing, watching my feet walk. I just imagine footsteps. I heard the other day somebody talking about try to count to 300. It usually puts you to sleep. And but 432, I've heard of that, Jess.
Yeah, 432 is a good one, but it's on the lower side of a lot
That's
of
it,
things.
Alia. That's it.
What?
3 first minutes between
Symphony.
Beethoven, Seventh Symphony, second movement. Cool.
Oh, that's what it is.
So Beethoven 7th. And I listened to that thing, and it is mesmerizing. Beethoven was thought to be autistic.
Yes, he was.
Somebody's second movement. And you can pull it up on YouTube. I don't know how authentic the frequencies are when you play it over your phone, kind of thing. But it does take you away if you can put it on repeat. And
Zach, did you work with somebody to help you release, to let things flow better? Or did you keep them bottled up over the last week and a half?
Ali was talking about 528 hertz too.
Yeah, those are better. Even there's a 700 hertz, I forgot, 732 or 7
32
something.
and 528. I wish I had a hertz machine. Can you just generate it? I don't know how
What
this
is
stuff
the
works.
best spiritual awakening hertz? 963 is the best way to connect to the universe. 963 hertz. Frequency of gods.
Really?
963. What is it used for?
What happens if we all listen
Activating your pineal gland, raising consciousness, and awakening intuition, people.
to it? Zach says he's still stuck. You worked with
So you did not get somebody in to help you? Even if you're talking to somebody over the phone while you're doing it, or they're listening to you. Buy sound bowls or find the original piece on vinyl, maybe.
on the 432 or it would be the 432 frequency.
Yeah. And think of the, try and work on locating a 963 hertz as well. And we were reading Kevin, and then you kept getting distracted. And then Zach came.
I thought we fixed Kevin.
Kevin, did you get fixed?
He's in conflict with somebody at work.
Yes, I know this. And I felt a lot of female energy close to your heart that's causing a rift.
You're trying so hard and you're not seeing results, and it's frustrating you. Ooh, rain is a good sound.
Go with the flow. Yes, rain is beautiful. All natural sounds. I even wanted to come here with a recorder outside outside, because all the birds in the morning are just beautiful.
There's a bunch of birds.
Yes.
And at night there's owls.
Oh, really?
There's an owl in the back every now and then, because I worry about eating my cat. I don't know how big. One owl I saw was huge.
Aw. Let me know if they have any babies and they don't want to keep them.
You're a very gentle spirit, Mr. Kevin.
Loving,
And
comedic.
I think you get passive just to limit the confrontation, which is okay.
We all are a work in progress. That goes for everyone here.
But don't take so much abuse.
Yeah.
You can gently push back.
Get that bubble around you and push it away
Mind
from
gets in the way.
you.
Distraction is a good word. It's so hard. I think we just became friends. Jess, are you
Don't behave yourself, young man. That's all I gotta say. Listen to jazz when I cook. Ooh. Jazz. Loving it.
That was a good question, Kevin. Well, that was quite from
What?
Kevin. The Galactic Wars, and then we got into the how do you settle your mind down? Who was that?
That was Zach.
That was that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No mind gets in the way. Distractions is a good word. So hard.
You're overly consumed, Zach.
Yeah. And he's bottling stuff up and he's not letting things flow. And when that eruption happens, it's going to be a scary thing.
He's putting way more. You can take the attitude, if that's all there is, let's keep dancing.
Mm.
Like Que Sera Sera. Or he's becoming overwhelmed over little things.
He's letting them build up inside of him.
You're taking everything too seriously. Which,
Taking yourself too seriously.
well, there's that too. You know,
Yeah.
none of this is going to matter 100 years from now.
Yeah.
And I say that, I'm going to throw this out.
And it's not the mind getting in the way, Zach. It's your ego. There's a difference between your mind and your ego. Your mind is on your right side. It is your spiritual connection. It's your soul connection. And your ego is on the left side. It's your analytical. It overthinks. It can overindulge. But that's the side that's bottling this stuff up. And like I said, it's going to explode, and it's not going to be pretty.
But he's building anxiety around things that don't matter.
Right, the smallest of.
And if you make a game out of this, Zach, because this is what it is, if you would put some focus on helping somebody else, that will take your focus off of you. And the whole game is to serve. So if you're focused on serving others, then that relieves your own, how would I say that? Am I saying this right? I'm not getting it out of my mouth right. I want you to take the focus off you, because none of this matters. I want you to put your focus on somebody else. Be it a homeless person, be it a neighbor, be it anybody else you can find to help.
And Kevin, if it resonates with you, yes, it's for you. If you're feeling this, if you feel that it resonates within you, yes, it is about you. We don't say this just for one person. Whoever this resonates with, please accept it, embrace it, and be enlightened by it.
Yeah, if you would focus on this little mantra, just if you can close your eyes and be heartfelt about it, just ask the universe to teach you how to serve. I want you to just say that like 400 times a day and see where that takes you, because you're consumed with you. And I don't mean that to beat you up, but nobody's told you to focus or taught you how to focus outwardly. You're turned inwardly.
Well, I think he's taking the energy of others. Like I told you earlier, his mother passed and all.
Oh.
He's taking all of this negative energy and building up inside like it's like you want to use it as an armor, but it's not. It's more of a cancer than it is an armor. It's more of this is their words, not mine. It's more of a Swiss cheese maker. Totally overwhelmed, past fears, doubt, worry. So, but he keeps saying this to himself. He keeps saying this to himself. Mindset. Oops.
That's why I was suggesting a different mantra. Teach me how to serve. There you go.
The ultimate power within, unleashing the magic of affirmations. I can tell you, this helps you retrain your brain.
Oh.
And that's what you need right now. What you're saying is that he's so focused on himself. He's so focused on all of these negativities that he's not seeing the light of day.
He's not seeing what he has. He's seeing what he thinks he doesn't have.
Yeah, you're so concerned about what you don't have.
And you got a lot.
You have a kind of workout or yoga routine. Yeah, that's it. Let it go, let it go. Exactly. I'm not bottled up, I don't think. And I don't think you are as much, Kevin, but I think you're bottled up with what's going on at work. So even though you're not fully bottled up, there is something that's bothering you. So releasing it, letting it go. Again, let me say, I bless and release what does not bring me peace. And with you, Zach, that is the worry. That is all those negative thoughts. I bless and release what does not bring me peace. Every time you have a negative thought, bring that affirmation in and let that be your guide.
We've said this before. Depression is worrying about the past. Anxiety is about worrying about the future. So you're anywhere but right here, right now.
Yeah.
And you're okay right now. And half the stuff you're worrying about isn't going to happen. or more.
And the
Hi, Tina.
yes, exactly, Jess. And he's not allowing the energy to flow. He's bottling it all up. The negative energy is just escalating. It's piling up. Um, and the line that I used, um, I bless and release what does not bring me peace, is from Sophia Spallino's My Healing. And basically the first words of My Healing is, I was not okay. It was not okay, but I'm okay now. These are words you can say to yourself.
You just did.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Keep saying it anytime.
And it's a catchy little phrase.
Yeah. And let me put her name in here real quick.
So what would you guys have Zach hear right now? What would you like to have him? They're saying be at peace with yourself and others for just moments a day until you get in the habit of being in that peace state all the time. You get yourself wound up about all these insignificant little things that are just a matter of life and what goes on.
It feels overwhelming, but yeah.
Yes.
So we're not putting it down. It is overwhelming right now, but taking it apart little by little, and you're going to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
It's 11 now. You want to give them the other 12 minutes?
Well, I did want to see if Mr. If Gabriel is ready for the collective message.
We can do that, or we can hang on a little while.
Well,
they're saying they're in no hurry. They don't have anywhere to be.
I have an air conditioner
That's
that
what
get
I
fixed.
knew
So
you had a place to be.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to cheat you out of those 12 minutes. Let's see what
We'll see how long it takes. I'm just
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get rid of this. Okay, I'm backing up.
So, with that in mind, and all the questions being asked, let me see where they want to go with this today. The day has been purposeful in many ways. For those of you in attendance, you have asked intellectual questions that were well rooted in your curiosity and very valid. There were questions of insignificance which led to significance. And that's a pathway that life often participates in. Simple questions can turn into meaningful inquiries, and simple explanations can turn into deep rabbit hole quandaries. We say this just to stimulate your thinking and be aware of what you're thinking, and don't be afraid to think deeply and ask questions. No questions are considered unimportant, because one question can lead to another based on a previous answer. The point of our rambling here is to tell you to keep pondering, keep looking, keep being curious, keep poking the bear, as they say, about the next elevated step that you can take. Profoundly today, it was pointed out that at any given moment, you can just simply close your eyes and ask Source what you should know in this moment. Oftentimes, you will get the answer before you finish the request. Do what is sent to you, and do it often. Do it whenever you feel disconcerted, and do it when you're feeling joyful. In any given moment, there is always an exit point based on what process you're using to think, because there's always an alternative. We wish you well, and we wish you happy thinking, and we wish you happy pondering, and encourage you all to be light and joyful. There's no need to get worked up about any of this. You volunteered to come to the amusement park, so take advantage of the environment that you chose to be in, and look through the eyes of a child, and look through the eyes of a child from a state of wonder and amazement on a constant basis. Then you can't lose the game. We wish you well, love, and peace to you and our constituents. This is the Gabriel Collective. Until we meet again. Ta-da. That's weird. It kicked in with the kid thing again. Not weird.
Oh, I was going to say
through that web. It always, like Ali was saying, it's amazing when you see all these pieces come together. I saw that through the eyes of a child thing. It was great.
Yeah. And your number 83 was very apropos for today.
Cool,
very appropriate.
Well, it was them.
Yes. Well, yeah, but I meant it all ties in. And that was one of the things I was noticing about Wednesday, that the astrology report really tied in to the readings as well.
Oh, really?
She had mentioned that you've got to keep your hips moving and stuff. She was more along the lines of what you would prefer to talk about. But to me, I was interpreting it as move it. So moving your hips just to keep your body moving, just to keep energy flowing. And it really turned into something great. A video and email. Sounds great. And that's Love Riot Warriors at gmail.com. We love you too, Zach. And yes, capitalizing everything does lead to anxiety as well. So love you. No, he's that's what Kevin was saying about all caps.
Yeah.
But Zach, yeah, relax, dude. You've got this. And I'm so glad you came in again. And sorry we didn't get to you Wednesday, but we wouldn't be able to get you today if we got to you Wednesday. So we're happy for you. You're gonna get through this. Just remember, one step at a time.
Don't let that load. Take those sandbags off your shoulders.
Yeah.
You don't have to carry.
This is everybody else's energy, not yours. Oh, might as well put this up. This is one of. Go ahead.
Let me leave this with Zach. Let them. Remember that phrase. Let them be who they are. You don't have to buy into it.
And don't bring in their energy for you. But in the meantime, for anybody who would like to take a quick picture of this, the Spellbreaker prayer, I'm just going to read it really quickly. I revoke access to all entities and their strings that cause harm to me. I rebuke all energies that keep me from my blessings. May my guides remove any spells cast against me, block any ill intentions coming for me, and protect me fiercely. No spell shall prosper against me. I recall my energy. I reclaim my power. I rejuvenate my magic. None of their fear, projections, or energy can live within me. Their prayers against me fall upon deaf ears. May the divine hold and protect me. Remove all ill will that is shackled to my spirit and set me free. As I will, so mote it be.
That's true, Jess. We are just hanging out here in space. I agree.
And let me get that out of here. So I hope that helps you. Have a great weekend, everybody. Remember to rise above with love.
And guess what? We'll be back.
Yes. Tomorrow, on Saturday, Susan will be at a fair, spiritual fair at the Rising Phoenix Spiritual Church. And that is at 1522 West Encanto Boulevard in Phoenix, for those of you who are around here. I'm not sure if I'm going to make it or not. We'll see what tomorrow brings. And on Sunday, as Jess has already said, she will be here on Sunday for Psychic Sunday. That's 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time with Miss Bonnie, or as you know her, Your Love Goddess. And on Sunday evening, hopefully Miss A5 Says will be here with Miss Sherry Berry. On Monday, Miss Shauna Sellers and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot for tea time. On Tuesday, I will be back with Claudene and the Spiritual Show That Flows. On Tuesday night, we have the Psychic Squad, 6 to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and Kevin will be there from New York. We have Angels from Florida, A5 Says from Arizona, plus a few others. Love to have everyone there. On Wednesday morning is Ask the Angels with myself and Your Love Goddess, Miss Bonnie. Wednesday evening around 6 p.m. ish. Now, 8 a.m. for Bonnie and myself in the morning, 6 p.m. ish for Don, Sonoran Mystic Tarot, and A5 Says. Wednesday evening, Thursday morning is Sonoran Mystic Tarot and Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot. And that's around 11 a.m. ish, Eastern Daylight Time. And then we come back on Friday.
Hallelujah.
And this will be our second week in a row that we took a 3-week break. I took off. Then
We
he
hadn't
took
seen
off.
each other for 4 weeks.
I know, and I stayed away just so I wouldn't add any germs to your weekend. So you made it through the
I
weekend
did.
beautifully. So
In fine style.
thank you guys for coming in. We appreciate each and every one of you. And oops. No, I'm trying to stay back. Have a great weekend. Are we taking 2 scoops? Are they taking 2 scoops?
Two scoops of love. Call us in the morning.